This is a balancing floor touch, and we're gonna add some rotation. So this is one of my favorite exercises, rehabbing from an ankle sprain. If you've been around Evolve the past couple weeks, you know that I had pretty bad ankle injury. I had a sprain on top of a little fibular fracture. And so you'll see as we compare side to side, my right was the side that was uninjured. I'm gonna look fairly stable, but I'll just show you for the purpose of demonstration what can happen after an ankle sprain and why this can be a really important drill to work on. So do this barefoot, you'll have better control and feel of the ground. You wanna spread your toes wide and press them flat. We don't wanna curl the toes because that actually raises the arch. Creates what's called a pseudo arch. The ball of the foot, when you curl the toes, no longer is on the ground, and we don't have as stable of a foot. So we want the ball of the foot, the metatarsal or the pinky toe ball, and the heel all to be down, then spread the toes wide, press them flat. Then all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna touch the ground. I'm gonna go 3 different ways. So the first way is I'm gonna come down, touch the floor in front of me. Then I'm gonna rotate through the hips. We have a whole video on rotating through the hips. So I'm gonna rotate from the hip, and then I'm gonna try to touch the ground on the outside of my leg, and then come up. And then I'm gonna rotate the other way and try and touch the ground on the inside of my foot. The knee is allowed to bend here. We're not trying to do a straight-legged touch the ground. All we're trying to do is get rotation from the hips and then come down. You can see even on my uninjured side, I'm kind of shaking, wobbling. But if you get this down, then you can do it eyes closed, and all of a sudden you're gonna feel like you're kind of all over the place, but that can really challenge your balance and proprioception. So I'll just show on my side, I just got out of a boot, so I got a little atrophy, a little weakness on my left side, and so I'm gonna try to do this nice and slow and controlled. Forward, not too bad, but as I come into rotation, it gets really tough, really shaky. I have to go slower, coming up, and then I can't rotate as far because I lose my balance as I rotate, and coming down, and I'm not acting here. This is legitimately this tough and wobbly on this side compared to the other side. And so forward, again, not too bad, but as we make this dynamic, it can be really tough. I start to feel like my toes are wanting to take over rather than my hip and my ankle muscles as I come through and rotate. So that's our floor touch balance drill with some rotation.